The fallout from Kirk Frost's shocking betrayal just hit a whole new level. And this time, Rasheeda's mom is stepping in. Standing by quietly for years, she has finally had enough. According to explosive insider reports, Rasheeda's mom allegedly confronted Kirk in front of cameras and witnesses, unleashing years of pent-up anger and demanding answers about his lies. Witnesses claim the showdown was brutal, with her shouting, "You lied to my daughter. You made her look like a fool," while Kirk struggled to defend himself. The heated moment was so intense that security and producers reportedly had to intervene before things got completely out of control. Social media is already buzzing, with fans saying Rasheeda's mom spoke the truth that Rasheeda has been too hurt to say out loud. And now everyone is wondering, will this confrontation be the breaking point that ends Rasheeda and Kirk for good? The pain of betrayal is one thing, but when a mother sees her child humiliated in front of the entire world, that pain cuts deeper than anything else. For years, Rasheeda has tried to carry her marriage with Kirk Frost on her back, choosing forgiveness in moments when most women would have walked away. From Jasmine Washington's baby scandal to the endless stream of rumors and whispers about Kirk's double life, Rasheeda has built a brand on loyalty, strength, and trying to rise above the drama. But after Kirk's latest alleged confession of another child rocked the internet, one person who had stayed quiet far too long finally snapped. Rasheeda's mom. Fans of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta know her well. She's fiery, protective, and never afraid to tell Kirk exactly what she thinks of him. In past seasons, viewers have seen her warn him to get it together and call him out for mistreating her daughter. But this time was different. This wasn't just a stern warning or a side-eye on camera. According to explosive insider accounts, Rasheeda's mom confronted Kirk directly, face to face, and unleashed years of built-up rage over the way he's lied, manipulated, and humiliated her daughter. To understand how we got here, you have to look back at the painful history that set the stage for this moment. Rasheeda and Kirk's marriage has always been one of the most controversial storylines in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. At first, they were seen as a power couple. Rasheeda, a boss woman with her own music and fashion dreams, and Kirk, the husband and manager who seemed to support her. But as the seasons rolled on, cracks began to show. Rumors of cheating followed. Kirk, like a shadow, and his controlling ways over Rasheeda's career left many fans side-eyeing him from the start. Then came Jasmine Washington, the woman who claimed Rasheeda fathered her child. That scandal tore through the show like wildfire. At first, Kirk denied everything, making Rasheeda question herself and her marriage. But when the DNA test came back confirming that he was indeed the father, Rasheeda's heartbreak became one of the most infamous reality TV moments of the decade. Fans watched her break down, her tears captured on national television, while Kirk struggled to come up with excuses. It was a moment that etched itself into the hearts of viewers, and one that Rasheeda's mom never forgot. Fast forward years later, and Kirk is, once again, at the center of scandal. Insiders revealed he finally admitted to Rasheeda that there was another child hidden from her and the public for years. That confession shattered Rasheeda all over again. Her silence on social media, her cryptic posts about betrayal, and her absence from public events only added fuel to the fire. And while Rasheeda tried to process the pain privately, Mom had seen enough. According to eyewitnesses, Rasheeda's mom confronted Kirk during what was supposed to be a calm sit-down. Producers had allegedly arranged a meeting for Kirk and Rasheeda to talk things out, but nobody expected her mom to show up. When she did, the energy in the room shifted instantly. She walked in, face stern, eyes blazing, and sat directly across from Kirk. The tension was unbearable. Kirk reportedly tried to greet her calmly, saying something like, "We don't need to do this right now." But Rasheeda's mom wasn't having it. She slammed her hand on the table and went in. "You lied to my daughter. You humiliated her. You've been making a fool out of her for years while the whole world watched." Her voice was so loud that witnesses said the crew froze. unsure whether to intervene. Kirk, clearly rattled, tried to explain himself. But every time he opened his mouth, Rasheeda's mom cut him off. "Don't you dare try to justify what you did." You sat there and looked her in the eyes, time and time again, and lead. Do you know what that did to her? Do you know what it's like to watch your child cry herself to sleep because the man she trusted most couldn't even tell her the truth? By this point, Rasheeda herself was allegedly in tears, unable to even look up as her mom spoke. It was the kind of moment fans had been waiting for, someone finally saying out loud what everyone had been thinking for years. The confrontation didn't stop there. Rasheeda's mom reportedly called Kirk out for using family as an excuse while secretly living another life. "You've been dragging my daughter through hell in the name of family, but you're the one tearing this family apart. How many more kids you got, Kirk? How many more secrets are you hiding?" The rawness of her words left the room in stunned silence. Kirk allegedly put his head in his hands, mumbling that he never wanted it to go this far. But her mom wasn't buying it. She fired back. "You didn't want it to go this far, but you let it. Over and over again. You let it go this far while she defended you, while she fought for you, while she looked stupid on national television." For years, fans have criticized Rasheeda for forgiving Kirk. But in that moment, her mom became the voice of all those fans. The one person who refused to let Kirk slide anymore. The confrontation was brutal. It was emotional. And it was long overdue. By the end of it, producers allegedly had to step in to calm things down. But the damage was already done. Kirk sat there silent, Rasheeda sobbing quietly, and her mom fuming. With rage, the truth had been spoken, and no amount of excuses could undo it. What made the confrontation even more shocking was how quickly word spread. Witnesses leaked details almost immediately and within hours. Hashtags like hashtag Rasheeda's mom and hashtag Kirk exposed again were trending. Fans flooded timelines with comments like, "Finally, somebody said what needed to be said." And Rasheeda's mom deserves an award for this. And while Rasheeda remained quiet, fans knew this confrontation wasn't just another dramatic scene. It was the beginning of the end for her marriage with Kirk. Because once a mother steps in, the game changes completely. The moment Rasheeda's mom sat down across from Kirk, the air in the room shifted from tense to explosive. This wasn't a casual disagreement. This wasn't a sit down to talk it out. It was an ambush of truth, a storm of rage, and Kirk Frost had nowhere to tweet. At first, Kirk tried to keep calm. He leaned back, hands folded, putting on that familiar mask of patience he often wore when Rasheeda broke down on camera. But Rasheeda's mom wasn't falling for it. She leaned in, her voice shaking with fury, and said the words that made Kirk visibly flinch. "You lied to my daughter for years. You made her look like a fool while the world laughed. And now you think you can sit here and act like this is just another mistake? No, Kirk, this is who you are." The accusation cut deep. According to insiders who witnessed the confrontation, Kirk tried to respond quietly, saying, "I never wanted to hurt her." But Rasheeda's mom immediately snapped back. "But you didn't just hurt her. You destroyed her trust. You destroyed her peace. And you destroyed the respect she had for you. Don't tell me you didn't mean it because you meant every lie you told." That was when Rasheeda herself allegedly broke her silence. Sitting off to the side, her voice weak and cracked, she whispered, "Mom, please." She wasn't defending Kirk, but she was clearly overwhelmed. The weight of her mother's words was like reopening every old wound at once. The cameras, the crew, even the producers were stunned into silence as the three of them sat in a triangle of heartbreak and rage. And then Kirk made the mistake that sent the confrontation into a whole new level of chaos. He tried to justify his silence. "I thought I was protecting her," Kirk said, his voice firm but defensive. If I had told Rasheeda about the other child earlier, she would have left me right then. I was just trying to hold my family together." The entire room erupted. Rasheeda's mom nearly stood up from her chair, pointing directly at him as she yelled, "You don't protect family by lying to them. You don't protect a marriage by hiding kids, Kirk. You protect family by telling the truth, even when it hurts. But you made her defend you while you laughed behind her back." The words hit like a bomb. Rasheeda sobbed into her hands. Kirk slumped in his chair, unable to respond. But then came the first twist that nobody expected. Rasheeda's mom didn't stop at Kirk. She turned her fury toward the people around him. She alleged that Kirk's so-called friends and even some of his family had known about the other child all along and kept it secret from Rasheeda. "You think I don't know?" she shouted. "You weren't the only one lying. Your people knew too. Your little fans had long suspected that Kirk's inner circle enabled him, but hearing it said out loud in such a raw moment gave weight to the rumors. It meant Rasheeda hadn't just been betrayed by her husband, she had been betrayed by an entire system of people around her. The room allegedly descended into shouting at this point. Kirk tried to defend himself again, saying, "They didn't know everything. Stop exaggerating." But Rasheeda's mom cut him off. "Don't you dare downplay this. You lied to her, and you had help doing it. You humiliated my daughter on TV in front of millions. You think I'm gonna sit here and let you twist this into some family man excuse? Never." At that moment, according to insiders, Rasheeda's mom turned to her daughter and said something chilling. "I raised you better than this. I raised you to know your worth. And if he can't see it, then it's time you stop wasting your tears on him." Fans who later heard about this moment went into meltdown. Social media comments lit up with praise for Rasheeda's mom. Finally, somebody said what we've all been screaming at the TV for years, one fan tweeted. Another wrote, "Rasheeda's mom is the voice of the viewers." Kirk's excuses are done. But here's where the confrontation took another shocking turn. In the middle of all the yelling, Kirk allegedly dropped his own bombshell. He admitted that, yes, he had lied, but then muttered something that stunned Rasheeda, her mom, and everyone in the room. "This ain't the only time I messed up," he said quietly, "but it won't happen again." That confession, though vague, suggested there might be even more secrets Kirk hadn't confessed yet. More betrayals, more lies, more potential children. It was a gut punch moment. Rasheeda's mom froze, staring at him in disbelief. Rasheeda broke down even harder, crying uncontrollably as crew members tried to comfort her. The first twist was clear. Kirk's betrayal wasn't isolated. It wasn't one mistake. It was part of a pattern, a system, and possibly even bigger secrets that hadn't yet surfaced. And now, with Rasheeda's mom standing her ground, the Frost family's facade was crumbling in real time. By the end of the confrontation, Rasheeda's mom stormed out, shouting, "I will not watch you destroy my daughter anymore." Kirk sat there in silence, shaking his head while Rasheeda remained in tears, too broken to move. Outside, cameras captured her mom pacing furiously, telling producers he's not just a bad husband, he's a liar, a manipulator, and a disgrace. And this time, Rasheeda can't let him get away with it. The stage was set. The lines were drawn. Kirk's lies weren't just exposed, they were weaponized by the one person he couldn't silence. Rasheeda's mother, Dot, and the world knew, after this showdown, that the Frost marriage was hanging by its weakest thread yet. The confrontation between Rasheeda's mom and Kirk Frost was already explosive. But what happened next escalated the scandal into something so much bigger than anyone imagined. Once word of the blow-up reached the outside world, the whispers turned into receipts, the rumors turned into viral posts. And the family business Kirk had been trying to keep private became the hottest trending scandal in Atlanta. At first, It was just leaked whispers. Blogs began posting vague captions like, "The truth always comes out. Kirk Frost ain't done lying yet." But within hours, screenshots surfaced that made jaws drop. Allegedly, these were text messages between Kirk and the mother of his supposed secret child, and they were brutal. One screenshot read, "Kirk, I told you to keep this quiet. I can't lose Rasheeda over this again, mystery woman. But you already lied to her for years. You can't hide me forever." Another showed Kirk allegedly promising money. "The check will clear Friday. Don't start drama before then." The internet erupted. Fans couldn't believe how brazen the texts were. And even though Kirk's camp didn't confirm or deny them, the damage was already done. So he really was paying her to stay quiet. One viral tweet read, another fan said, "This ain't even cheating at this point. This is a whole cover-up." Rasheeda's mom wasted no time reacting. According to insiders, she called Rasheeda immediately after the texts leaked and allegedly told her, "You see, I told you he wasn't done lying. This man will drag you down until you got nothing left." And if the texts weren't enough, a video leak dropped next. This one was grainy but clear enough. Kirk was allegedly seen entering a townhouse late at night, looking around nervously before disappearing inside. Fans claimed this was the residence of the secret child's mother. The timestamp on the video. Just months before Kirk's recent confession, the video became the top story on every gossip site. Headlines screamed, "Kirk Frost caught sneaking around again." Receipts prove Kirk's been lying to Rasheeda for years. Rasheeda's mom was right all along. Social media turned savage. Memes of Rasheeda's mom yelling at Kirk flooded timelines. One meme showed her pointing her finger with the caption, "She told us before Rasheeda believed it." Fans hailed her as the truth teller of the entire saga, with hashtags like #MamaKnewBest and #ListenToYourMama trending for days. But the most shocking reveal wasn't the texts or the video, was an audio recording that surfaced online, allegedly of Kirk and his inner circle discussing how to control the narrative. In the clip, a man believed to be Kirk can be heard saying, "If this gets out, it's over for me. We gotta spin this before Rasheeda's mom starts talking again." That single audio clip lit the internet on fire. It confirmed what Rasheeda's mom had screamed during the confrontation, that Kirk wasn't just lying, he had enablers helping him hide the truth. It wasn't a one-time mistake. It was a conspiracy to protect Kirk's image while Rasheeda suffered in silence. The escalation didn't stop there. Rasheeda's mom allegedly went on a tirade of her own, giving an off-camera interview to a close friend that quickly leaked online. In it, she said, "I watched my daughter cry herself to sleep for years. I begged her to leave him. But now, with the whole world watching, he can't lie his way out of this anymore." That line alone sparked endless debates online. Fans were divided. Some blamed Rasheeda for staying with Kirk so long, while others empathized, saying love blinds even the strongest people. One tweet summed it up perfectly. Rasheeda's mom was the voice of reason, but Rasheeda was the voice of love. And now both are broken. The industry started reacting too. Fellow love and hip-hop stars began posting cryptic shade. Carly Red posted a picture sipping wine with the caption, "Truth always tastes better than lies." Yandy Smith reposted a meme of Rasheeda's mom, captioning it, "Say it louder for the people in the back." Even Spice chimed in during a live session saying, "If that was my mom, Kirk would have been 6 feet under by now." Meanwhile, Kirk's silence was deafening. He avoided social media, avoided public appearances, and even reportedly skipped filming for a few days. Fans speculated that he was hiding because he knew more receipts were on the way. And they were right. The shocking reveal came when a gossip site dropped what they claimed was a court documenta child support order allegedly tied to Kirk. If real, it meant Kirk hadn't just lied to Rasheeda. He had been financially responsible. For the child all along quietly paying support while publicly denying everything. The revelation was a bombshell. If Kirk had been lying about this for years, then his recent confession wasn't some noble act of truth-telling, it was damage control, because the receipts were about to leak anyway. By this point, fans weren't just dragging Kirk. They were demanding Rasheeda walk away once and for all. Sis, your mama was right. Leave him. One top comment read. Another viral post said, "The Frost marriage is over. There's no coming back from this." And through it all, Rasheeda remained silent. Silent on social media. Silent in interviews. Silent as her mother became the unlikely heroine of this entire saga. That silence only fueled speculation. Was she finally preparing to divorce Kirk? Was she planning to release her own statement? Or was she simply too broken to speak? The escalation had reached its breaking point. The lies were exposed, the receipts were public, and the shocking reveal proved that Kirk's betrayal wasn't just personal, it was public, systemic, and humiliating. And with Rasheeda's mom leading the charge, the world knew the Frost Empire was on the edge of collapse. When the dust of the confrontation settled, and the receipts started hitting the blogs, the entire city of Atlanta lit up like fireworks. But this time, it wasn't Kirk Frost who dominated the conversation. It was Rasheeda's mother. Fans, celebrities, even industry insiders rallied around her as the unexpected heroine of the scandal. The one who finally said what millions of people had been screaming at their TVs for years. The reaction online was instant and merciless. Memes of Rasheeda's mom pointing her finger at Kirk-filled timelines. One viral. Celebrities wasted no time weighing in either. Spice went on live and laughed, saying, "You see? Mama don't play. Mama tired of Kirk's mess. That's why the whole world rooting for her now." Yandy Smith posted a cryptic story. "Sometimes it takes a mother's love to break the cycle. Period." Fans knew exactly who she was referring to. Even outsiders in the hip-hop community chimed in. Tamar Braxton tweeted, "When your mama gotta step in, you know, it's done. Kirk, you outta here." Cardi B left a shady comment under a blog post about the scandal, writing, "Her mama shoulda whooped him a long time ago." That single comment racked up thousands of laughing emojis. Meanwhile, Kirk became the laughingstock of the culture. Memes mocked him as the serial liar of Atlanta. One brutal post showed a collage of him from different years with the caption, "Kirk Frost, same lies, different decade." Another simply read, "Kirk got more kids than verses on Rasheeda's albums." The dragging was relentless, but the industry reaction hit harder. VH1 producers reportedly held emergency meetings about whether to film a spin-off centered around the fallout. Insiders claimed they saw ratings gold in Rasheeda's mom, who had already become a fan favorite overnight. One producer allegedly told staff she's the only one people believe right now. The whole season's about to revolve around her. Other cast members had mixed reactions. Carly Red jumped on Instagram with her usual messy energy, posting, "Mama always right. Kirk, you dead wrong." Erica Mena reposted one of the leaked texts and wrote, "The way these men think they can play women forever is disgusting." Even Bambi, who has her own mess with Scrappy, commented under a Shade Room post with the simple phrase, "Karma always wins." But not everyone was supportive. A few people close to Kirk accused Rasheeda's mom of overstepping and embarrassing the family. One anonymous insider allegedly said, "She's making it worse. Kirk and Rasheeda already had enough to deal with. Now the mom is dragging it out in the streets." Of course, fans weren't having it. One viral tweet clapped back, "If Kirk didn't lie, Mama wouldn't have to speak." Don't blame her for his trash behavior. Rasheeda's silence during all this only added fuel to the fire. Every day she stayed quiet. Fans speculated more. Was she secretly preparing divorce papers? Was she planning her own tell-all interview? Or was she simply too heartbroken to face the world? Her mom, however, had no such reservations. Rumors swirled that she was preparing to sit down with a major Atlanta radio show to air even more of her thoughts about Kirk. The possibility alone had fans foaming at the mouth. The Frost Bistro, Kirk and Rasheeda's restaurant, became ground zero for fan backlash. People started leaving reviews praising Rasheeda's mom while dragging Kirk. One one-star review read, "Food bland. Lies even blander. Mama Rasheeda deserves better than Kirk's cooking and is cheating." Even customers showing up in person reportedly heckled Kirk, yelling, "Where Mama at?" while he tried to work the room. Az, and then came the most shocking public reaction. Yet, people began petitioning for Rasheeda's mom to replace Kirk on the show. A Change.org petition titled "Replace Kirk Frost with Mama Rasheeda" gained thousands of signatures in just days. Fans flooded the comments with lines like, "We tired of Kirk's lies. Mama's truth is all we need." But while the public dragged Kirk and elevated Rasheeda's mom, whispers from the industry suggested something darker. Insiders claimed Kirk wasn't finished yet. He was allegedly sitting on his own set of receipts, not about Rasheeda, but about her mom. One insider teased Kirk feels like she embarrassed him, and now he's ready to play dirty. If he leaks what he knows, this could go left fast. This rumor alone left fans stunned. What could Kirk possibly have on Rasheeda's mom? Financial dirt? Old secrets? Or was it just another desperate bluff to shift attention off his own scandals? Either way, the thought of Kirk going after his mother-in-law was enough to make people furious. If he really comes for Mama Rasheeda, it's over for him. One fan tweeted, "As the days rolled on, the reactions showed no sign of slowing down." Blogs posted daily updates. Fans posted endless memes, and celebrities kept throwing in their 2 cents. The drama had grown bigger than Rasheeda, and Kirk had become a cultural moment. And at the center of it all was a furious mother who refused to let her daughter be lied to one more time, but with Kirk allegedly plotting revenge of his own and the rumor of more receipts waiting to drop, the question shifted. The fans weren't just asking if Rasheeda would finally leave Kirk. They were asking if Kirk would really dare to launch a war against his wife's own mother. Because if he did, this scandal wouldn't just break their marriage. It would burn down the entire Frost family legacy once and for all by the time the dust started to settle from Mama Rasheeda's fiery confrontation. The reactions had become bigger than the actual fight itself. The entire love and hip-hop fan base, the Atlanta music scene, and even celebrities outside the franchise had turned it into the scandal of the moment. For many fans, Rasheeda's mom became the hero they had been waiting for. They turned her into a symbol of the voice Rasheeda had been too hurt to use herself. TikTok edits of her screaming at Kirk went viral, set to dramatic soundtracks like church organs and hip-hop beats. One clip showing her yelling, "You lied to my daughter," had over 3 million views in under 48 hours. Comments poured in. "She said it for all of us, and this is the moment we've been begging for on LHH since season 1. Petitions kept rolling in. The Change.org campaign to replace Kirk with Mama Rasheeda gained so much traction that even blogs began covering it as if it were serious. Some fans demanded VH1 give her a spin-off. One viral tweet read, "Mama Rasheeda needs her OWN show where she just drags men who cheat. I'd watch every episode." Another fan joked, "She needs to host the reunion and call everybody out. Ratings would skyrocket." Meanwhile, Kirk was being roasted relentlessly. Comedians picked up the scandal, making skits portraying him sneaking around Atlanta with sunglasses and fake mustaches. One comedian went viral pretending to be Kirk holding a baby doll, saying, "This one ain't mine either." Fans doubled over in laughter, but the underlying message was clear. Kirk had become a joke. His credibility shredded. But the industry wasn't laughing. Insiders claimed that the Frost Bistro, his and Rasheeda's restaurant, had lost business overnight. Yelp reviews plummeted. One scathing review read, "The food tastes like Kirk's excuses." cold, bland, and full of lies. Employees, allegedly, complained that customers were showing up not to eat, but to ask if Mama Rasheeda was there. Even Rasheeda's fashion boutique was swept into the chaos. Fans showed up wearing homemade t-shirts with phrases like "Mama knows best" and "Free Rasheeda." While the support for Rasheeda was overwhelming, it also put her in a tough position because as much as fans wanted her to leave Kirk, she still hadn't made any public statement about her next move. The cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta split into two camps. On one side, stars like Carly Red and Spice cheered Mama Rasheeda's takedown. Carly reposted the viral meme of Mama pointing at Kirk with the caption, "Say it louder for the ones in the back." Spice said during an IG Live, "Mama ain't playing. Kirk been playing games too long. Rasheeda better listen this time." On the other side, whispers spread that a few castmates privately felt the mom had gone too far. One unnamed insider claimed, "Some people think she made it worse. Instead of letting Rasheeda handle her marriage, she embarrassed Kirk on camera. Now it's even messier." But fans weren't buying that. Comments rolled. The industry watched closely. Club promoters pulled back on booking Kirk for appearances. Fellow Atlanta rappers joked about the scandal during shows. Even DJs started throwing shade. One club reportedly cut the music to play a clip of Mama Rasheeda yelling, "You lied to my daughter," and the crowd went wild. The deeper the reactions went, the clearer it became. Kirk wasn't just losing fans, he was losing respect. His wife's mother had become a louder, stronger figure than him in his own marriage, and the culture loved her for it. But the storm wasn't over. Fans began speculating that the next bombshell might involve Kirk's finances. Why? 'Cause in the leaked texts, he mentioned payments and checks. Some sharp-eyed fans theorized that the fight between Mama Rasheeda and Kirk might have opened the door to even darker truths about how he was juggling money, side families, and cover-ups. And so the public reactions turned into an ominous countdown. Fans weren't just dragging Kirk, they were waiting for the next leak, the next confession, the next piece of evidence that would finish him off completely. By the time fans crowned Mama Rasheeda the hero of the season, Kirk Frost had been dragged into the dirt like never before. The memes, the leaked texts, the video footage, his reputation was in flames. But just when it seemed like the world had written him off completely, Kirk made one desperate move that shocked everyone. Instead of staying silent, Kirk allegedly began plotting a counterattack. According to whispers from insiders, he told producers and close friends, "I'm tired of being the bad guy. Y'all keep painting me as the villain, but I got dirt too. If they want to play this game, I'll burn the whole thing down." That chilling statement spread like wildfire online. Is Kirk really about to go after Rasheeda's mom? The woman fans had now turned into a cultural icon. Days later, a mysterious blog post appeared, claiming Kirk had been sitting on financial documents and personal history tied to Mama Rasheeda. The blog alleged that Kirk planned to expose her past mistakes, painting her as hypocritical for calling him out so viciously. Though no hard evidence surfaced yet, the implication was clear. Kirk was willing to drag his own mother-in-law through the mud just to claw back some control. Fans were horrified. The backlash was instant. One viral tweet said, "Imagine cheating on your wife, lying about kids, and then deciding the solution is to attack her mother. Kirk is really finished." Another wrote, "If Kirk comes for Mama Rasheeda, Atlanta will riot." But here's the twist: just as Kirk's revenge plans started making noise, another set of rumors dropped that flipped the entire scandal upside down. Allegedly, there was a second set of receipts floating around this time, not about Kirk, but about Rasheeda herself. According to whispers, someone in Kirk's camp claimed Rasheeda had been hiding her own secrets, ones she never wanted the public to see. The rumor alone sent shockwaves across social media. Could Rasheeda, the one fans saw as the victim for so long, actually have skeletons in her closet too? Blogs speculated wildly. Some said it was about money, others whispered about old relationships, and a few even hinted at a business scandal. Connected to her boutiques, the timing couldn't have been worse. While fans were still praising her mom, now they were also nervously waiting, asking, what if Kirk actually does have proof? What if Rasheeda's silence isn't strength, it's fear? And then came the biggest cliffhanger of all. A well-known Atlanta blogger posted a cryptic video, holding up a sealed envelope and saying, "The truth about the Frost family is bigger than you think. I have the documents. When I drop them, it's going to end more than just a mirror. Going to end legacies." That one teaser left the internet in chaos. Was it real or just clout chasing? Nobody knew for sure. But the fact that the blogger refused to deny that the receipts came from Kirk's side made it even scarier. Mama Rasheeda, meanwhile, doubled down. According to insiders, she told friends, "I don't care what Kirk tries to dig up on me. He's just desperate. But I won't let him break my daughter anymore." Fans rallied behind her again, promising that no matter what Kirk dropped, they would never turn on Rasheeda's mom. Still, the cliffhanger loomed heavy. With Kirk allegedly preparing a smear campaign, with bloggers teasing career-ending documents, and with Rasheeda's silence growing louder by the day, the Frost family saga reached its darkest point yet. And now, fans are left with the ultimate question. Will Kirk really dare to go to war with Mama Rasheeda, or is he bluffing in one last attempt to save himself? And even scarier, if those rumored documents drop, will Rasheeda's image survive, or will the Frost Empire collapse completely? One thing is clear: Atlanta isn't ready for the next bombshell. Because this war has left family lines shattered, reputations destroyed, and millions of fans waiting on the edge of their seats for the truth that could change everything. This story is far from over, and if Kirk really has the so-called receipts he's threatening to drop, then the Frost family might be heading for the most explosive scandal Atlanta has ever seen. Mama Rasheeda has already won the hearts of fans by standing up for her daughter, but Kirk isn't backing down. The whispers of documents, hidden secrets, and even Rasheeda's own skeletons have turned this into something bigger than just a fight. Between husband and wife, this is a battle for legacies, reputations, and respect. Will Kirk really risk going to war with his own mother-in-law? Will Rasheeda finally speak for herself? Or is her silence hiding a deeper truth? One thing's for sure, the next chapter is going to change everything. What do you think?